is that from a physics side and a spiritual side, your personal beliefs create your personal lens, your personal experience. And those personal experiences all bleed in together to create the dream of the planet, to create the collective dream, the collective that is in existence, the collective consciousness. And so that's where cultures, religion, politics, education, shared values, creation, destruction all bleed in together. The best way I ever heard this example was that when the world was in a state of wanting to come together and was very focused on brotherhood and finding common ground and aiming together, that's when certain cultures will have an ascended master appear. That's when they had like Buddha appear. That's when Christ appeared. That's when White Buffalo Woman appeared. That's when Krishna appeared. That's when Hanuman appeared. That's when different beings and other ascended masters have appeared throughout history, is when there was a focus in some way for what they had to bring and what the problem they were going to solve, but there was also a desire for connection, unity. At the same time, when there has been a collective distrust in each other and a way of separation and wanting to be as divided as possible and break each other apart and not stand on one ground, we've created the tyrants of the world. That's when we had like the Stalins of the Stalin, and we had Hitler, and even other conquerors and so forth, and like Napoleon, and I won't go down all the tyrants of the world, but those also created the time that we were viewing ourselves so separate and didn't have a desire to come together and become unified. We created tyrants in the world. And so that's an example of how the personal dream affects the dream of the planet. And so if you want to awaken the world, if you want to shift the world, if you want to see a more beautiful world, then it is working on yourself and shifting your own self and your own personal dream, because then that will ripple out into the collective and those around you, which then becomes bigger ripple effects until these become ripple effects of change and tidal waves of change.